To overcome going through a difficult time in your marriage, you have to understand it all just comes down to understanding that when it comes to life, there are ups and there are downs, and then there's ups again. But it's about being able to maintain yourself within those situations. So let's say, for example, and I love using football analogies. I know this is about marriage, but I'm using the football analogy. All right, there's some teams. I'm not gonna say no names, no leagues, or whatever. But like, in fact, I will say league. I use the Premier League, right? What happens is when it comes down to the situation between a particular any team, right? The goal for most teams are to hit that top four. Some goals for the other teams are to make sure they stay in the Premier League and don't get relegated. So what will happen is, let's talk about the ones that are main winners, like the ones that usually hit the top four. They can go. A team could go through like a rough patch, or they go through a winning patch, winning, like winning the league and all that stuff there, blah blah blah, season after season, and then they could go through a rough patch where that season, the next season or whatever, they don't win the league, and but they still hit the goal of getting inside the top four. Now the reason why the top four is important is because the goal is to be in the Champions League, so they could for the next season, so they can end up winning that trophy. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you know, if they're going through that situation, it's about, oh, how do they handle it? Do you see what I mean? They have to be professional, and they have to, you know, pick themselves up after the next game after they lose. Yeah, if they lose a game or draw the game, knowing that, all right, boom, we've got to win at least our next 3 games, and we will secure top 4. So they have to keep their head. Yeah. So what happens is, each player or each individual in that club, in that team, have to play their role. And when they play their role well, and they become more of a unit, when they become more of a unit, they achieve their goal. Yes, there can be some things that are stacked against them, yeah, but at the end of the day, they still play their role. And when you play your role and you play your position, you still achieve your goal. You still achieve it. So the question is, when it comes to your marriage, what is the goal? Is it to maintain a healthy marriage? If that's the goal, good. So to maintain a healthy marriage, all you have to do is understand what your role is as a woman. And if you're a man watching this, understand your role as a man. Like, this is just nature, yeah? And understand how relationships actually work. Now, to get that information, click the link in the description box below, which says become a member of the Thealkebulantrust. When you do that, you'll get access to online courses such as roles and relationships, and that's where you're going to learn all of that information there. Yeah, so you'll be able to overcome difficult times in your marriage, and you'll be able to achieve your goal. Yeah. So if you've got any questions, any topics you'd like for us to discuss in our videos, leave that in the comment section below. And remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notifications so you're notified of when we upload new video content each and every day. All right.